action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. This is caught by Hawkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Kamara up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
On 4th down, Holman.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. to throw. Holman eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. They go play action with Hurts.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Check man. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
The Raiders at 1-10 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that's not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
18 Rattler.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Ready, set.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He gets this to Devontae Adams.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Again, powerful running. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Drop 50.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Hurts. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Chargers defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man, complete, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
7 Pirates! Warriors, 17!
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
It's caught here by Adams.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Cash!
In motion comes the tight end left.
70 Ranger!
From the 27, Hurts. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hurt. Come 19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 3rd down, Holman.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right? Why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Holman.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Holman.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Holman. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they give the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19 right.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
But 1st down, Hurts. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
19 Tiger. 60 Vikings.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Hurts throw complete here to Waller.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now third down and 6 to go.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Left wing 19. Dragon 60. 18 rattle. 18 rattle. Trap 60. Trap 60.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
3. Buffalo 18.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Ready, go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this complete to Mitchell.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now, potentially, a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for two here. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Alton Robinson
in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Taken down at the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. Running right through it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. Done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara.
Down to about the 32.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw. Holman. This is complete to Hawkins. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Here we go with Kamara. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
18, Pioneer.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
On the
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Adams the man in motion right.
19 right. Hurry.
Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
50 back here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Here's Jacobs. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But, oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, sir, another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you
and it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7th.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety. And that 2 points you would think should end any thoughts here of a possible comeback.
Yeah, they had a long field ahead of them anyway, but now 2 scores down, you can just about chalk this one up for lost.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. So this one a victory for the Raiders.